with the New England Patriots. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Anthony Schwartz, 76 yards. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to tough.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 20.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move. Taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
Point after, right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jones.
Oh, he rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Patriots 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. 54.
Darnold from the gun. Going for it all. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Faking the give, Darnold.
Got a man, and Schwartz complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch 54, watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field.
That is intercepted at the goal line.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
two teams all tied after one.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 44, Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This take it in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. 87 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Darnold. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it, because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Now Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. After the interception, here's Darnold going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Stop your whining. 53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the pass. 53 is the mark. 53 is the mark. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's brought down. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Darnold on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A play fake, and it's Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10. Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way.
Can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Troy Pride.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one a bad breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. To try here for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the drive with Harris. He's got room to run past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run with Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to right side with Harris. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And Hinton brought down, still a yard or two short even to the first down. So things looking bleak here. They've got to convert on 4th.